Hi everybody, sorry about that. I want people to please keep getting back and forward with me because I want to know whether we're live. Because we are talking about the Irish government. So, you all know how it works. Whenever you start mentioning the government, for whatever reason, they've got a very bad habit of cutting you off so you can't get your live feed out. Let me just check this. Bear with me a wee minute. We are live. Sorry everybody, it's just we're getting confused here because we're getting told one that it's not a live feed, then we're getting told it is. It is live. Like I was just about to say, the reason why me and Bobby are doing this live feed today is because the Irish government made a statement this morning, about not having a coalition government. It was the DUP that made it, but they had their big banner out the front, no slagging off Sinn Féin. What I want to say, and I'm making it quite clear, I don't give a fuck whether you're DUP, I don't give a fuck whether you're Sinn Féin. The Irish state was found guilty in 2017, of systemic child abuse on all forums, whether you're social services, the police, probation, they were found guilty. Lord Hart found them guilty in every way. I watched Eileen Foster stood there with all the DUP representatives today, going on slagging Sinn Féin off for not joining them, I'm not going to sit here and listen to that shit. I slag the DUP off and I slag Sinn Féin off. These are arseholes. You're just still getting paid for doing what job? You're not representing people like us. You don't even deserve to be paid for purpose. You were found guilty in 2017. You've let 60 victims die. Lord Hart writ to you and told you you didn't need an ordinary executive to set up the review board to give us our payments, to give us our justice that we need, and you can't even be asked to do that. So, us as victims, what right have we got to support you? What right has anybody got to support you? None. You don't serve a purpose, you don't deserve to be in government, but you're still getting paid for sitting on your asses for what? 586 days.
No, 85 days.
85 days.
No, make it right, sorry.
For doing nothing.
589 days.
You fucking disgust me.
Of no government. And you're sat there today, Arlene Foster, fucking going on about your holiday that you just shared with your family. Really? You fucking disgust me. You shouldn't even be getting paid for being in that building. What are you doing?
I'm Sinn Féin, not just Jews.
The whole lot of you.
What about the victims? What about the incentive that you were supposed to pay us out? 10 grand. Just to let the victims have a little bit of respite. Did you stick to it? No, you didn't. You haven't stuck to one single thing when it came to us victims. And we're looking at you motherfuckers now. Every single fucking one of you that's in Parliament in Ireland don't deserve to have a fucking job. You don't represent your constituency. You don't represent the people that have been abused. Right? Lord Hart found you guilty. He's written letters to you. Have you heeded to what he said? No, you haven't. You're giving that big finger up to people like us, and you're watching victims die, right? What? And we're watching you do that. These are the very people that want to tell society how we're going to protect them, how we're going to make their lives better. But you're making victims like us and all the rest of the Irish victims that went through this abuse suffer in hell. You're letting people die, and you're willing to do that. But Arlene, you came on the fucking this morning and on about the nice holiday that you had. Did any of the victims have a nice holiday? No, we're talking about people that can't even get on a fucking bus or a train or a plane because they've got PTSD, because of the life of shit they've had. You're just a disgrace to your people. And they're on about putting a memorial in fucking Stormont to represent people like us. Yeah? What for? So that yous can turn round and make it all better. You have to walk past it every day to remember that historical abuse like this will never happen again. You're a fucking joke. I'm against the memorial. I'm against the apology, like all us victims were. We never fucking asked for that. But yous just want to look good and think that yous are doing good and make it out there. Yeah? You're a fucking disgrace to your people of Northern Ireland. And I don't give a fuck whether you're DUP or Sinn Féin. Yeah? You don't even deserve to be elected because you're not representing us abused victims. You should all be fucking hanging your heads in shame. Yeah? What are you doing? Trying to save fucking money. Let as many of us die as possible so that you pay out less. But guess what? You're not fucking doing it. Because see us motherfuckers, we're coming for you. I will fucking put every one of you motherfuckers out of your seat. You will not get voted again. You will not be listened to again because you're not representing your constituency. Yeah? If it was the English government over here where I live, I'd do exactly the fucking same. And I am. We both are. We all are. Yeah? Because they don't serve a fucking purpose neither. Right? But to sit and listen to a woman who represents the whole of Northern Ireland going on about the nice fucking holiday that she had. And victims like us are dying. Victims like us are living in fucking misery. Not one payout. Not one word of address. Nothing. And you think that's good for your constituency? No, it fucking isn't. It never will be.
And look at the state of the country. Look at the state of what's going on now. Every single one of you that's got a seat. What? And you want people to vote for you again? Should never ever happen. Every fucking one of you should be out of a job, not in one. If you can't sit round a table and put your fucking politics behind you, not worth working for, really. The money that you people are on, and what are you doing? What are you doing for anybody in Ireland?
Nothing.
And I'm on about every one of you that are elected into that fucking government.
You get paid.
Not a thing.
You get paid. You've been paid for the last 585 days.
9 days. For
doing nothing. You're not representing your constituency. You're not representing the people in your constituencies. You're not representing me, Bobby, and every other victim that went through historical abuse. You're doing nothing. Yeah? And you wonder why people like us get angry. How many demonstrations have been up Stormont, right? You've even let Amnesty International jump on that, and you still haven't done fuck all. Yeah? You were told by Lord Hart that you didn't need a Northern Ireland executive to set up the review board, address board, sorry, to pay us victims out. That's all we're going to do. We're going to get a payout. We're not going to get fuck all else but that. You know that, but you're still sitting on the fence. Right? I don't give a fuck whether you want to call a street by a Gaelic name. I don't give a shit what's whether you live in Turf Lodge, whether you live in the Shankill, whether you live wherever. Yeah? And I'm saying this as an Irishman. I get that politics, but when it comes to us victims, I don't get the politics. I go against it because you're fucking doing nothing. You're letting innocent victims like us die in misery without 1 ounce of justice. Yeah? And you think that that's okay? If you can look after us victims like this, yeah, historical abuse victims that were raped day after day, night after night, how the fuck can you represent your constituency? If it was your children that were being raped, what would you do? You'd be fucking screaming off the fucking rooftops like us victims should be. But you won't do that. You're not representing people like us and all the other victims. Yeah? You've got no right to represent your constituency. You haven't even got a voice in your constituency. Because if you can't talk about abuse and how people like us are treated, yeah, then you don't deserve to be a member of Parliament.
Let's put people in Parliament. Let's put people in your shoes
that want to do the job right.
Want to do the job properly. Put all the politics aside. We've moved we're a long way from the 70s and 80s. And that's all it is. It's fucking point scoring. Like you have tried, the DUP, Arlene Foster, just like you've tried to do today. Coming out with your banner, Sinn Féin this. And you people are supposed to be representing the Irish people in Northern Ireland. You're a fucking disgrace.
But they can't represent us.
No, you can't represent a rape victim. Then you people make me fucking sick. You don't represent anybody. Every single one of yous. That, you know something? If every single one of your wages was stopped, you should be round that fucking table first thing tomorrow, trying to sort something out. But no, yous are all getting, your money still goes into the bank every month. Yous don't give a shite. 589 days you've been paid for doing what? For doing fuck all. Every single one of your wages should be stopped. Shouldn't be getting paid for it. What other job does anybody know where you don't do it for 589 days and you're still on full pay? Not sick pay. Full pay for doing what? For doing fuck all. You're not representing nobody. Every single one of you should be sacked. And let's elect people into the Parliament who actually want to sit around the table and sort Northern Ireland out and the rest of the people out. Yous are fucking scum. Nothing but scum. And like I said, you fucking paid up for doing nothing. Any other person any other person in any other job would have lost their job for not doing what yous do. But because you're a politician, yous get away with that. What? And you're coming, what? You're going to go into the Guinness Book of Records for the longest fucking government.
You already are.
You already are, by the way.
That's why you had that meeting this morning. That's why you went outside. Right? Did you come outside to talk to us victims? No, you didn't. Right? But you come outside this morning because you got in the Guinness Book of Records, being an unelected government, right? To do fuck all to support the victims. Right? If you can't support us victims and you don't want to fucking set up nothing for us, right? How can you represent the people of your constituency? No. So if a little girl got raped tomorrow or a little boy got raped tomorrow, what are you going to do about it? Push it under the fucking carpet like you did with us? Can't you understand that people like us are rigging up the fuckers like you? Yeah? You don't deserve a purpose.
Let's
You're not serving a purpose.
let's have a big march in Belfast tomorrow,
Yeah.
up the Stormont, demanding that every single one of you
Get sacked.
gets sacked. And let's see how quick you get round the fucking table then.
You'd soon
But
be
you
out
know,
on the fucking streets then,
Yeah.
demanding, oh, we never caused this, we never caused this. Did we cause our abuse? No, we didn't. Right?
But you
we
stood
were
by and watched
children.
it.
But you stood by, watched it. You still, right? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Right? I'm telling you this right now. The Irish government, right? We won our case in 2017. Lord Hart told you. He read the statement out. Right? We're coming up to 2019 now. Yous, the Irish government, have mentally abused people like us
For another 2 years.
for another 2 years.
5 months off 2
Yeah.
years. Since you were found
You haven't
guilty.
given us anything. Excuse me. You haven't given us anything. Yeah? You've given us no address. Lord Hart told you. You didn't need an Northern Ireland executive to set up the review, the address board. Have you done it? No, you haven't. Amnesty International hit yous, right? What have you done? Nothing. Have you come out with a statement to give us victims anything? No, you haven't. Yeah? So, like I said, right, it infuriates me why politicians can do whatever the fuck they want, but us poor victims, we're the motherfuckers that suffer in silence because of you cunts. Yeah? But I'm telling you now, in Ireland, yeah, we're coming for you, you motherfuckers. The same way in England, we're coming for the government here in England, right? I'm sick and tired, and the British public are, of trying to get this all brushed over, right? We, the real people, not you dickheads, we the real people, will fucking take yous over. And believe me, I want people in Parliament, right, that's going to stick up for my name, that's going to stick up for every single child that gets abused in this country. Any, whether it's childhood poverty, whether it's fucking people living off a bread line, right? What are you doing about it? Nothing. You motherfuckers get richer and us people like us suffer. Yeah? And you're asking for a fucking pay raise. You don't fucking deserve a pay raise. Yeah? And us taxpayers, because I worked all my life until I got fucked over. Yeah? You don't deserve our support. I want people like us to be in 10 Downing Street or to be in fucking Stormont. People that actually give a fuck. Not you motherfuckers, because you don't care whether you're British government, whether you're Irish government. You don't give two shits about your general public. A backbencher sat there, 77,000 a year. Really? For sitting on your ass doing fuck all. Representing what? You don't represent the people of any nation. Yeah? And people like us, we're coming. We're going to take everything over. We want to put people in there that have got the balls to speak up for what they believe in. To speak up for people like us. Not to let people that are working, are on fucking, running the fucking, food banks. Really? And that's the way this government want to fucking leave us. You'll fucking never leave us like that. Because I swear to God, right? The People's Revolution, the People's Party are coming. And they're going to take over. We put every one of you motherfuckers out of a job. Yeah? We'll get people in there that will do the right thing. We will put people in there that speak up for people like us. To protect people like us. That will give us people like us justice. You motherfuckers haven't given us 1 ounce of justice. I'm so sorry to everybody for swearing and feeling as angry as I do. But I believe in what I fight for. Yeah? Every one of you paedophile motherfuckers in government, we will expose every single fucking one of you for who the fuck you are. I'll expose every paedophile for who they are, right? Sorry I'm being angry, but whenever she stood outside the fucking parliament and fucking Stormont this morning, that pissed me off. Not once did she mention any of us victims. She was on about her fucking holiday. Yeah? Fuck her holiday. Us victims never had a holiday. We can't afford a holiday. Yeah? We can't fuck off and run away from our shit. So why should them bastards? Crack on,
And like
Bob.
I said, every single one, every politician in Northern Ireland, their wages should be stopped. And if you did that to them, what would they should be around the fucking table then? But you know something? They've already proved 589 days with no government. Them people that you're voting for over there, by the way, have already proved that every single person, and I don't give a shit whether it's a DUP or Sinn Féin,
Yeah.
every single one of them have proved
They're not worthy.
they're not fit for purpose.
Not fit for
Not fit
do
for
the
fucking
job.
purpose. They're just happy to sit and get paid for doing fuck all. And why don't the people in Northern Ireland waking up to that? You're voting for them. Don't vote for them. The next time they fucking ask you for your vote,
Tell them to fuck off.
tell them to piss off. Really? 589 days. Arlene Foster and every other member of Parliament has been getting paid while the country is hitting the fucking wall. And if that's who you people want to vote for,
look at the
then
poverty.
carry on voting.
Look at the
what's going
poverty.
on.
Look at the poverty that used to suffer in Northern Ireland now. Yeah. And these are the very people. They're getting £77,000 a year. Are they sitting worried about you going to a food bank? Are they sitting worried about your children? Are they sitting worried about all the shit that's going on? No, they're not. They can still... And half the fuckers have got extra jobs as well. So they've got the extra on top of that. And they're asking, they get all their expenses paid. Yeah. If they go to a meeting, they get about £110 for that day. How much would £110 be able to buy your children food to feed them? But they get that per day to go and have a little meeting or their fucking lunch. Start waking it up, people, because our governments at the minute are not serving what we want them to. We elect these people. What are we electing them for? Do they talk for us? Do they sort it out? No, they don't. And this is what needs to get sorted out now. Yeah, but we've got people in power, right, that don't represent us. They don't care about us. Right? We're second class scum as far as they're concerned. Yeah? And they keep proving it time and time and time again. Yeah? And it's the Irish government, it's the English government. Yeah? Because they want to walk all over us. They want to control us. They want to tell us how to live our lives. They want us to go hungry. They want us to go homeless. Yeah? No, you're fucking not. Because people want to stand up, be counted, get out on the fucking streets and let these bastards remind them. We voted for them. I didn't personally, but you won't get fucking voted the next time. We want people in power that care. We want people in power that have got the compassion, that do show that they care about the public. They do care about the people that live in the constituencies. Right? Enough's enough, and we need to sort it out now. Because if we don't, every one of us are going to suffer. People are going to die. You're going to watch children go to nothing because of this fucking fucked up government, Irish government, English government. They're all full of shit. They're only in it for themselves. They make all their money. They go and have a good life. People like us don't. And some of us have suffered more than most. So let's get this shit together. Let's get our countries back. That's Ireland. on England. Vote for people that you know have got the passion, people that have got the empathy to support you. Not arseholes that just want to make money for themselves. Right? Any of us that was in a job tomorrow, right? Yeah, anything can happen in your life. You can go sick, right? Huh. But when you haven't got an Irish government and they're getting their full wage for sitting on their arses for 500 in what?
589 days.
589 days.
What full pay?
Full pay.
Who else do you know anywhere? You know, this is a government thing. Every single person. What other job do you know where you can go 595 or 85, 90, 89 days without actually doing anything and get fucking full pay for it?
Fucking disgrace.
Really? But that's exactly what's going on in Northern Ireland. They don't care. They're getting paid. Paid for doing what? Fuck all. What? And you people are going to keep voting for them. Do you know something? They're not fit for purpose. I don't give a shite whether it's Catholic or Protestant or whatever the divide is back home. That went long time ago. But there's still obviously a wee bit of issues going on over there. Do you know something? Put people in Parliament that actually give a shit, that actually care, that actually want to help people. Don't elect people that don't give two fucks. But you know something? This is what's happening now. There's a big awakening because more and more people are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Don't vote for them. If they don't fucking serve you, don't vote for them.
Don't vote for them.
It's as simple
It's
as
like
that.
us. I'm talking about Ireland. I lived in Ireland, right? I was brought up as a Catholic in Ireland, right? My dad was a Protestant. My mum
Religion
was a
doesn't come into
Catholic.
it. It's what's right.
We grew up with not having that divide. We were the ones that lived in the middle of the road. Yeah. I love Ireland. I'm glad to see the trouble's over. I'm glad to see people, and I've been over there, and I drink with a lot of people over there. My uncles do, my aunts do, they all do. Where all the trouble's been put behind.
Catholic and Protestants gone.
It's all gone.
And good.
Right, and I'm glad it has. I'd go into a pub tomorrow, full of Catholics and Protestants. I'd love to I've seen it, I've done it, I've been there. And I loved every minute of it because there was none of that divide.
It's not about religion, man.
It's not about religion. It's about us all coming together and fighting for what's right, for our kids, for our communities, right, to make it a better place.
Catholics and Protestants came together in the peace process in Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
So why can't Catholics and Protestants
Fight
come together now and fight and vote for what's right for their country, what's right for both sides?
Yes.
Not one-sided like it has been, but vote what's right. I go into pubs over here. I don't care. I don't ask people what religion they are.
No.
Whether they want to have a drink with you or not. You know, religion should be took out of it now. Let's start voting for what's right for everybody.
Exactly.
That religion.
No.
Religion went years ago. You know what I mean? Anybody in politics that's holding a political view from years and years and years ago
shouldn't be in politics.
Don't vote for them. Don't vote for them.
It's about us, the people.
It's about what's right for the country, not politics, not point scoring and stuff like that.
No.
And I know that still goes on in Ireland.
Exactly.
Fuck them. People start wising up and vote for people that care about what's going on over there. Not political point scoring. Because that's exactly what's happening now. We've got the peace process. Ireland's shifted a long way from where it used to be. And you'll still get the odd, what do you call it? It's still going down the same old road. Don't vote for them. Don't vote for them. What communities get together and think, right, we've had enough of this shit. Let's vote for people that's got everybody's interests at heart. Not fucking, we're going to do this for you know, I don't want to bring I don't want to bring religion into this.
Nearly I.
Because, like I said, a long, long way from that. But start voting for what's right for both communities.
Yeah.
Not one, for both communities. And people need to start fucking wising up to this now. Every one of them that's in there now shouldn't be in a job. Shouldn't be. If you were prepared to sit for 589 days on full pay for doing fuck all, then you're not representing nobody. And you should be fucking sacked. Or your pay should be stopped. And let's see how quick it takes them to get round a fucking table then and sort it out. But you know something, everybody? If you threaten them with their wages, it would be for the wrong reasons that they get round the table. Because they're losing money. We'll get round the table and pretend to whack a deal out. And that, no, fuck them. It's gone beyond that. Don't vote for them. Every single person on that fucking, what do you call it, should be sacked.
Yeah.
Or not voted for again. Because they've already proved to everybody that they're willing to sit there for that nearly 600 days on full pay for not representing nobody. Because while they're not getting together around that table, they're not doing what they've been elected for.
And they're not representing
And they're not representing anybody.
They're not representing people.
So
you all know in Ireland how big this historical abuse was, right? Did it matter whether you were Catholic or Protestant? No, it didn't. Protestant children got raped. Catholic children got raped. This is who we represent. This is who we fight for, right? And who are we? We're the common people, right? That want to make a voice, want to make this big, so that all our children are protected. Our children never have to face the shit that we faced, right? How can we not be united on that? Does it matter whether you're Catholic? Does it matter whether you're a Protestant? No, it doesn't, right? This is about bringing the divides together. It's about making us stand up as one nation and making that nation even bigger and stronger. And that's what we need to do. We need to do it in Ireland. We need to do it in England. And we're doing it. We're getting there slowly but surely. But we need to come together to stop this from happening. Why should people get paid for doing a job that they're not even doing properly? Really? If you didn't do your job properly, right, would you get paid for it? No, you wouldn't. You'd get sacked. But these bastards always get away with it.
Because of government.
Because of government. They've got their own laws to themselves. They brought out a law to stop them, yeah, being, let's say, I've got to try and remember the name of the fucking thing, because it disgusts me, right? What do you call that happened? Whenever they turned round and said you're not allowed to identify them.
Anonymity.
They brought out a law. Wonder why they brought that fucking law out, yeah? To see if their anonymity, if they ever got accused of abuse.
Which we all know is going to happen soon.
Which we all know that they've done. We know that. But why would you bring a law out like that?
To protect themselves.
To protect them. We waived our anonymity to tell the public the truth about bastards like these. Yeah?
And they've brought another law out to protect themselves.
Them. That's what this is all about. Whenever they know they're going to get fucked over by people like us, they bring a law out to protect themselves. Why would you bring a law out like that if you had nothing to hide behind? Yeah? Waking up, public. Come on. Join people like us that want to make this country great, want to make Northern Ireland great, want to stand beside each other, regardless of fucking who your religion is. Do not let this shit happen again. That's what we need. But we've got arseholes like these fucking thinking that we're all stupid little bastards and we haven't got a clue. Right? We're clued up more than they are. We could run the fucking country better than they can because we stand up for what we truly believe and the changes that we truly know that need to change. Carry on.
It's like I said, and I keep saying it now. It was the Irish government asked for people like us to come forward because of the inquiry. They begged us to come forward. We didn't want to come forward. But because you think that you're coming up to a government-run inquiry, you're sitting here thinking, well, hang on a minute. Things will be done right. I'll get all the care. I'll get all the help that I need. This, that and the other. And everything will be great. And it fucking isn't. It's everything but that. Everything but that. So you're lulled into a false thing of security, thinking that everything's going to be fine. And it's not. Look at the Irish government. You look at the leaflets that the Irish government printed out for us to come forward to this inquiry. We would be given care, we'd be given this, we'd be given that, we'd be given that. We've had fuck all. Nothing. No. Not a fucking thing from the Irish government. And I'm all about all the inquiries for that, Mary. And I'm not knocking Lord Hart for what he done, because that bloke came out of retirement to run the inquiry correctly, and he did. Hands up to the bloke. And he's even written letters to the Irish government after the inquiry. So I haven't got a bad word. I'm not on about Lord Hart at all. That guy can walk around with dignity. And he was the judge that every single one of us victims had to stand in front of and break our hearts to. He was the judge. It's the Irish government that have basically done that to every single victim that came forward. And it was them. Lord Hart finds the state guilty, which includes the Irish government, and basically the Irish government are doing that. Now, we're 5 months off the state, 2 years, 5 months off 2 years since the state was found guilty, and not one single victim has been given justice. Not one. Which goes to prove again that a government can be found guilty of any fucking thing and they don't give a shit.
Don't stand up.
We have to stand up for things like this that's going on. Because if we don't stand up for it,
who else is?
Who else is?
Have they stood up for their responsibilities? Have they stood up? Say, like, hypothetically, say you were in a car crash tomorrow. Because you pay the insurance, they'll sort it out. Yeah. Whenever you're being raped, day after day, night after night as a child, like we were, that's what this is all about here. Yeah. And you win your case. And you've got a government giving you that and prepared to let innocent victims die. What does that say about that government? Why are they prepared to do that? Right? If they're prepared to do that, to give you the middle finger and go, fuck you, yeah? Are they representing your children? Are they representing any of us? No, they're not. And like I said, everybody needs to waken up, yeah, and see how big this is. It could be your children next, and I hope and pray that it never is. But if it is, then you're going to be sat like us, like all the hundreds of thousands of other people out there, all the hundreds of thousands of families that are out there going, I don't want my daughter or my son to kill themselves because they've went through this. Is that what we want in our society? No, it isn't. I want my society that I live in to be protected. I want our children to be protected. This is what I fight for. This is what I believe in. Yeah. So please, I want yous all, right, in Northern Ireland, right, and here in England, right, stand behind people like us that are prepared to say it as it is, tell it as it is, and tell the truth, and not get the cotton wool pulled over your eyes to make you think that fuck all, everything's okay, it's right. No, it isn't. It's far from right. I'll always fight this. Everybody that knows me knows I will, right? And Bobby will, yeah? But do us a favour, waking up, start opening your eyes, start getting out there, supporting the truth, right? In Northern Ireland and here in England, yeah? Me and Bobby live in England, right? But if I lived in Ireland, I'd been in Stormont this morning, whenever she made that statement, and I'd have been turned round her and going, are you having a fucking laugh? Yeah, you had a holiday. What about us victims? We haven't had our holiday. We've never had a holiday. But you know, you get what I'm saying. So please, right, let's all unite together on this. Yeah, it is such a massive thing, right? And it could be your child next. And I touch wood that it never is. I hope that never ever happens to yous. Right? But please, support me and Bobby. Support what we're saying. Let's make our world a better world. Yeah? Where we all come together, regardless of religion, regardless of what your beliefs are, right? And stand up against our MPs. For not doing what they're doing.
When something's wrong and everybody knows it's wrong, this is the time where everybody should come together as one to show the government that it's wrong. You look at the other countries where the government fuck up and you've got mass. You're not on about 20, 30,000 people. You're on about the whole country's on the streets. To let the government know that they're not fit for fucking purpose. We want yous out of here. And it's about time. This is the bit that I hate about this. You know, anybody that's sitting behind a computer supporting what people do, that's fine. And I respect that.
Yeah.
And not everybody can get the demonstrations and marches and this, that and the other. But more and more people need to really start getting on the streets, because it's until more and more start getting on the streets, the government don't give two shits about the keyboard warriors and stuff like that. If you had, you know, something...
10 million people stood outside.
10 million people stood
10
outside
Downing Street.
10 Downing Street telling Theresa May you're an arsehole and that's not right. Then things start having to get looked at.
Then you'll see the change.
So we need more and more people in their masses to come out to these demonstrations. It's like I said, you'd have, what do you call it, pointed on it the other day. You had an animal cruelty march or a vegan march. 30,000 people turned up at that march. 30,000 people. Now, I've got animals, I've got my dogs right here. I love my dog. Of course my dog should be treated with respect, should be treated like I should. With respect, with dignity and everything else. I hate animal cruelty.
Yeah.
How can you have 30,000 vegans hit the streets? And I respect that with the because it's an animal right thing. I'm not knocking that. But what I'm saying is, why can't those 30,000 vegans turn up at our march, which is for against child abuse,
and support us?
No, I get that you love animals, and I get, of course I do. But we all start needed, if all the groups, all the we all start needing to unite together.
Yeah.
So that there's more on the streets. Because until there's more on the streets, this government don't give two shits. When you start hitting the streets in the masses, that's when things start getting looked at properly.
They've got to change it.
They have to change.
They've got no other choice, because they know they're going to lose your vote. They know that the public's waking them up. They know that we want change. Yeah? But the only way that we're ever going to get change is that we stand united. Whether you're Pakistani, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Chinese, whether you're fucking white, black, we all need to stand together on this issue. It's not what we want in our society. We want to change it. We want people behind them doors that have only ever got our interests at heart. Yeah. And this is the change that we need to make. And I'm so sorry for all the swearing that I done earlier. But I done that because of the Irish government, because of what they did to us, and they're still doing to us. Right? It's very close to my heart that a country abused me. Right? Certain people in that country abused me. Right? And other kids. Yeah? I fight for them kids. And it really upset me. Right? Because she was sat there waffling on about her fucking holiday. Whenever you've got victims like us that can't even get on a bastard bus or a fucking train, right? Well, whenever I was flying to Ireland, going through the inquiry, I had to take 2 diazepam because I hated being closed in because I've got PTSD. Yeah. And Bobby has the same, right? We can't enjoy life like they're enjoying it, right? We haven't had no closure on this, right? And that's all we want, closure on it. And they can't even give us that. What does that say about them? They're making us suffer more. And they want a memorial of us put in fucking Stormont.
Yeah, oh yeah, they want a memorial for all those victims put in Stormont so that Arlene Foster and Sinn Féin for that, or whatever, don't care where you're from, so that every person that comes into Parliament in Stormont walks past that memorial and remembers people like us. Really? What about, we're 2 years now, are you remembering people like us? No. You just don't give two, and I'm sorry for swearing, don't two fucks about people like us. That's all this government's done. So to put a memorial for the victims like us, for us victims in Stormont, doesn't mean shit. I don't even want it being built. It's an insult. Because all this government's done since the day that they were found guilty is ignored every single victim that came forward. So why have a memorial? We used to walk past and ignore that. It's an insult. It's an insult to every victim that came forward to this inquiry.
It is.
Did you want to put a fucking memorial in Stormont for politicians to walk past? They don't give a shit about the living now. So why are they going to give a fucking toss about a little statue there or whatever, a memorial for victims that, really? Really? 2 years since you have been found guilty nearly. And we're still suffering. And you want to, one of the things that you want to do is put a memorial in Stormont to remind you of victims of child abuse. Really? You don't give a fuck about victims of child abuse. That's all that you've approved. You don't care about victims of child abuse. So why put a memorial there? Why put a memorial there?
Exactly.
I don't want a memorial. I want people elected. I want people elected into Parliament that don't need a memorial.
Yeah, care for the people.
But care for people that's been abused. Never mind a memorial.
Yeah.
Memorial doesn't mean shit. Elect people into Parliament that actually care about kids. That care about welfare of children and stuff like that.
Care about their communities. Care about the people that they're serving. Care about the people that are electing them. Yeah. That's what we need. We don't need assholes in there. They're making themselves richer. They're not representing us. Yeah. So why fucking vote for them? Right? It's down to us people. Right? Every single one of us to turn round and go, enough's enough. I don't want people that pretend to represent me. I don't want people that's trying to serve a purpose that have got no purpose, right? It's down to every single one of us now to put people in number 10 and in the House of Commons and in the House of Lords, right, that have only got our interests at heart and love us and respect the community and want to make whatever happens in their community work. Yeah, that's the kind of people we need in government. We don't need assholes in government that are only interested in themselves, right? We need a new change of parliament. We need a new change of government. And the only way we're going to get that is for people like us, people like Tommy, people like Gary, people like Tracy, right? People like Tracy Morris to be in that role, right? Because we're the people that actually give a fuck, right? All the patriots, we could run this country better than any government could, because we'd make sure it's done fair.
There's one thing,
and
I guarantee
well.
you, if for just here's to say, if the Irish government turned round tomorrow, right, we've got to sort these victims out. They would come out, right, there's your memorial. Oh, by the way, we're really, really sorry for the abuse that you suffered in the care homes and whatnot that you were put into. But they wouldn't fucking say sorry for the 2 years that the 2 years of mental abuse that they have made every single one of us suffer, because we haven't had justice.
We haven't had a
There's no closure, there's no redress, there's no nothing. So every single victim that came forward to this inquiry is still going through hell, because you're still having their memory. You, as a victim, I'm sitting here thinking, when's this going to end? When's this going to be over?
When's it going to stop?
I haven't had a letter off the government saying to me, look, Mr. Blair, we're really, really sorry here for what's happening to you, but explaining to me what's going on. Not one victim has had shite off the government explaining anything, or off the inquiry for that matter.
Yeah.
We've just been left in the lurch.
Limbo?
In limbo. Get on. And limbo's a really, really shitty place to be in. And they don't give a fuck. All they've proved is they do not give a shit for any victim. What? If they were found guilty, and found guilty by one of the best judges in the country. And they don't give two shits.
Lord Hart.
That's the way it is.
Lord Hart was always a fair judge and a reasonable judge.
A good man.
And he was a good man, and he came out of retirement to deal with our inquiry, right? And he dealt with it from day one right to the end. England, £100,000 inquiry, 4 judges.
100 million.
£100 million inquiry here in England.
4 judges jacked that in.
Already jacked it
before
in.
the inquiry started.
What does that say? What does that say about the man that fought our inquiry? Lord Hart and his team. I respect them all, right? But why is it changed when it comes to England, right? Because England want to hide all the child abuse. Yeah. Fuck's sake, we even got a fucking judge from fucking Australia. Yeah. She retired on £500,000. They give her £500,000. She get more money than fucking any victim got. No victims have been paid yet. Right? So what does that say? Right? We don't need... Me and Bobby sit with very big interest. Yeah? And we always have, and we always will. Right? See if the British government don't get fucking found guilty of systemic abuse in England, then I've got a big fucking problem with that, because Ireland did, yeah, because the government weren't doing their fucking job, right? If England don't get found guilty of systemic abuse, then that just shows you how big of a fucking cover-up it is. Now that's such a big cover-up, then we've got people in government that don't fucking need to be there. We've got the people in the House of Lords that don't deserve to be there because it's such a big cover-up. Yeah? And £100 million inquiry. Really? Right? We need a change in this country. We need a change in Ireland. We want to start putting people in the power who deserve to be in power. We want people in power that's going to listen to people like us, that's going to have our interest in heart, that's going to want to run the country, right, where nobody should have to go to your fucking bastard food bank. Yeah? Where our troops aren't fucking living on the fucking streets. Yeah? This is how corrupt our country is. Right? I'm going to end it here. All I want to tell everybody is, right? Let's change this. Let's make it our country. Let's make it the people's country. Let's all get together and change the shit that all of us poor fuckers are going through. Right? The only people that can do that is us. Let's make the difference. Oust the government out because they don't serve a purpose. Right?
More and more on the streets.
And the more and more on the streets make a difference. Let's stand united and make this country GB once again. Great Britain. Not just Britain. Not divided. So please, listen to what people like us, Tracy, Gary, what Tommy's saying, what Paul Golding's saying. Yeah? Let us all get together united on this. Not divided on it, but together on it. And let's get our country back. Let's make the difference and let's make it count. Thank you everybody for listening to me and Bobby. Yeah, we appreciate the support that you give us. Sorry for all the swearing, but it's something that's very close to my heart and it made me angry. But thank you for everybody that support me and Bobby at the minute. Thank you so much, and we will love you from all our heart. And let's get this fucking country back together again. Yeah, let's stand united on it. Yeah, thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.